The walls of Alhambra loomed tall and ancient in the sunlight. No tourists, no clicking cameras, just wind and stone, and two men with wide eyes and a shared heartbeat. "Breathe softly," Ilyas whispered. Luis nodded. "And don't step on the gravel." They moved like shadows along the ornate walls, ducking behind carved pillars and creeping under archways. Each breath they took felt loud enough to echo. A guard's footsteps echoed from a distance. Ilyas and Luis froze. The guard paused. He squinted into the darkness. "Not again," he muttered, reaching for the hilt of his sword. "A jinn? Another one?" He took one cautious step forward, then stopped. The silence remained unbroken. He shook his head and walked away, muttering to himself about old legends and haunted nights. The two friends exhaled, very quietly. Luis grinned. "A jinn? That's a new one." They finally slipped into a quiet chamber adorned with calligraphy and glowing lanterns. At the far end, through an open arch, they saw it. The Fountain of the Lions. 12 proud lions, carved from white stone, stood in a circle around the basin. Only one lion was gushing water, its stream gentle and rhythmic. "It's true," Ilyas whispered, stunned. "Just one lion at a time." "We'll stay," Luis said. "Let's wait for the next hour to see the second lion awaken." So they sat, hidden in the shadows, counting the minutes, letting the air of centuries fill their lungs. But then, footsteps. Dozens. Closer this time. Luis and Ilyas froze. The flickering lantern light caught their worried faces as the sound of footsteps grew louder. Cloaks, armor, whispers, something was approaching. Luis whispered, "We shouldn't be here. If they see us." Ilyas's jaw tightened, eyes darting toward the nearest archway. "We hide. If we run, we draw more attention." Luis and Ilyas held their breath. Their bodies remained still, but their minds ran wild. What if they were discovered? What if they ruined everything? Would they be seen as spies? Sorcerers? Would they rot in a stone-walled cell, forgotten by history? The thought pressed like cold iron against their ribs. They had no answers, only breath and instinct. Words froze. Thoughts halted. There was no time to curse their miserable luck that brought them here, to this moment. No time to search for meaning. A few seconds stretched into slow, suffocating months as they held their breath, surrendering to whatever fate awaited beyond the archway. A fate approaching them on foot. Then, footsteps. Heavy boots on marble, measured, deliberate. A voice, muffled but commanding, echoed off the stone walls. "Clear the way." His Majesty approaches. Ilyas's fingers clenched slightly. Luis shifted, barely breathing. Their hearts beat like war drums, waiting to learn if the next moment would be escape or capture. A royal procession stepped in. Silken robes, brass tools, scrolls of parchment, no guards, just scholars. At their center walked a man with a sharp, composed presence. His eyes scanned the marvel before him with restrained awe. King Ferdinand II. The king stepped forward, gaze fixed on the lion clock. And from behind a marble column, Luis and Ilyas remained hidden, watching what was happening, their bodies trembling with awe at the coincidence, as if time itself had decided to bring them together in an illogical moment.